Hello, hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Gloria, aka Laboom Like, and I have a pattern haul for you today. I don't usually buy a ton of patterns at once. Um, I've been trying to buy less of the big four, though they're really affordable for me and really accessible. So I did buy a lot of them up at when I first started sewing again. But now that I kind of have a steady stream of which patterns I want to try and a bunch of different basic patterns that I can hack, right now I'm really only buying either vintage patterns, patterns that I specifically am looking for a certain sewing skill that I want to work on, or indie patterns that are really interesting to me and that I really want to support. So here is the bag of patterns that I have. Okay, it's a little heavy. It is this full Target bag of 75 or allegedly 75 sewing patterns that I got off of Facebook Marketplace. There was a seller selling vintage patterns, and I saw some of them look kind of nice, some of them looked torn, and the listing had the price of $1. And I didn't really believe them. I thought, okay, well, it's $1 per pattern. This is a $75 lot. I don't really like to spend that much money on patterns. Um, so I messaged the seller and asked her, is this $1 for the whole lot or is this $1 each? And she said $1 for the whole lot. And I thought it was a scam. But I went to the house anyways and I picked up the bag, dropped off my $1, and got all of these patterns. I haven't looked at it very much. I've kind of rifled through one or two of them, but I figured let me film it and we can look through these together. Hopefully it won't be too long of a video, but I don't really mind these long pattern haul videos and I hope you don't either. I've got my cup of tea over here. You can get your cup of whatever you want and sit down with me as we get through some of these patterns. Okay. This one does not have an envelope with it, but there we go. A shirt, a long dress, a jacket, and I think a skirt and pants. So that's kind of fun. This looks kind of 70s. This one has a sheet that was inside of it. So this is what that sheet looks like. But that was inside of this group. Sorry about the light. Which is another similar group of patterns. And this has a lot of pattern pieces. And these kind of look like, okay, so these kind of look like there's some factory folded pieces in here. There's no envelope with it, but it looks like we've got a lot of factory folded pieces. And inside, in the middle of that guy, oh, this looks like it must be the McCall's Pattern catalog that they've got. I do really like those red pants. I hope those are in here. But I also like, look at the square neck on that. I would need just such a full bust adjustment, which I haven't done before, but I would figure out a way. So this looks like how many patterns were in this batch. There are 1 and 2. I think this is just 2. So we'll add that to the counter. Okay, this is a cute long dress. I really like these sleeves right here. It'll be really, really interesting. So yeah, add that to the list. This looks uncut, factory folded. Somebody must have had one of those pattern sorting things where you take everything out of the envelope and you just have the envelopes in a binder. Carefree for McCall's. I've seen those in the 70s patterns that I've picked up. I do have an Etsy store where I like 70s patterns. I think they're a beautiful style. I usually buy things for myself, but a while back, I got a group of about a dozen patterns and I decided I'm not going to use these all. Let me trace them off and then sell them in my Etsy. And so that's probably where the patterns that I don't use are gonna go from this group. But again, we've got pattern catalog. Who is this woman? It's a cute top and blouses with the collar, very simple. This I really like. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a beautiful jumpsuit. I love it. I love a halter, especially when I am working out, when I'm dancing a lot and you can see all the muscles in my shoulders. I really, really love that. I love the bottom of this jumpsuit. That flare is so wide. So beautiful. Loving that. Okay, this is pants, top, and a tote. Square neckline, puffy. This is very current right now. I really love 70s fashion. Even when it's not trendy, I think it's still beautiful, especially on my body. I really love the way that it looks. Here's another set. Lots of sets in the Carefree McCalls. So you basically got, you know, a couple of days of different outfits that you can make in here. Very cute. Next we've got a smocked dress, long, well no, it's just a regular tunic top, and then a long maxi dress. Okay. We've got some overalls and a pinafore dress, which I really love. I think this looks like it's for younger sizing, so I'll have to look at the actual sizing in here. This also has a photo from the catalog on the inside. Oh, that's a really interesting back. That is really, really interesting, these 70s styles. And you can take a look at the back. I don't think I have these patterns, but that's what we're working with there. Okay. And it looks like they've made one of those pieces, but not all of them. Now this is a little less of my style for things from the 70s. I think this is like suburban 70s, but there are some cute items in there. I love how the button band is on the skirt. It's kind of interesting, and this appears to be factory folded as well. And the drawings actually make it look kind of cute. Here are the drawings. So I actually think I can make this work. It looks, I think this could be something kind of cute. And I do like how this skirt, how the button band goes. I think that's actually a little current. And again, here's the back. Okay. How many are we up to? I think we're like a third of the way through the patterns that I have, so we'll see if that gets us to 75. Here's that cut of pants that we're used to from this time period. I like this dress that's in there. Again, there's a piece torn out from a catalog. And then the back is what I think we actually have. Oh my, I love everything about this. I hope that I have that pattern in here because I love the way it turned out in the drawing. So I guess that's not how it turned out, but the way that they depict it. And then here it is as the top. Another simple, cute ensembles. These Carefree by McCall's patterns, I really love picking these up because they usually have things that I would like to wear, or at the very least they have multiple pieces. So you've got the pants, the top, I think you have the cardigan in here, and I think you have the skirt as well. Yeah. And if you have a skirt and a top, you've got a dress basically. You can make it happen. Okay. Let me be very careful. Sorry, I keep looking down. This is where I see you guys at, but I know my camera's up there. So forgive me for looking down so much. I can't believe this pattern is in here. I can tell it's a little bit old. The envelope is light. Let me just hold it up while I'm talking about it. The envelope is a little bit thin, so I don't know if I have everything with it, but that's a beautiful, beautiful envelope anyhow. And if I can find what year, this is a 1965 pattern. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that it's super valuable, but it's valuable to somebody. I like that it's a size 14, which is by no means like a larger size, but I think when you get these in a 14, you can tend to fit them more people. You can grade up, you can grade down a lot easier than you can if I have patterns in here that are a size 6 or a size 8. Um, that being said, these are in the 1965 measurements, so they're a little bit smaller and a little less hourglassy, I believe, than our measurements that we're used to now. And even the measurements on the back of a Simplicity or McCall's pattern does not match the proportions of my body in any way, shape, or form. But I do like getting patterns in these sizes, 14, 16, 18, around there, because I feel like more people tend to be able to work with these sizes than not. And since this isn't something that is my style that I really want to keep, I do love a simple shift dress. So this white dress right here, I really like that. And I feel like I also like a short dress. I'm 5'4", so I like to make things a little shorter, make my legs look longer. I really love showing off my legs. So this isn't my style, so it'll go to somebody else. I'm going to be putting this on my shop. But let's just take a peek. Well, we'll see. Maybe I won't be putting it on my shop because it appears to just be the pattern pieces and just be the cut pattern pieces. So perhaps somebody likes to collect. This is also already a beautiful piece of art. We'll see what happens with that one. Okay, this is a fatter envelope. This looks like something that Dorothy Spornak wears to bed. And I kind of love it. Let me get out of here. Sorry. I do kind of love it. A nightgown with a hood. I don't think I've ever seen that. This is also one of those things that you could turn into a dress right now. Think about if you made this top part a sheer panel and then just let it tent out as far as you wanted to tent it out. I think this could be a cute dress if you put some pockets in there, because I need pockets in the things that I wear. But this appears to be complete. Yes, this is factory folded still in here. So we'll decide. I'll take a look at the patterns I have and see if I want this as a nightgown or something I can pattern hack. I don't know. There's something I love about this right here. Pattern drawings get me, especially from this time period. They get me. And speaking of time period, let's see if they have. I don't see a year printed on these. If anybody knows this pattern, or if I have the time to look at it later, I will let you know what year this pattern is. But if you know, and you can put it down in the comments, help us out. That would be great. Okay, I've got another chunk. I love this one that's on the top so much. Okay, and I think it's my size. I'm gonna be so happy if it's my size. I'm not gonna give this one away. It's such a simple pattern. This is just a wrap skirt. Now, I don't know about all this. I'm not doing that. That looks very like kindergarten teacher to me, very Miss Frizzle. But I just love a wrap skirt. It looks really, really beautiful. It's really, really simple. And if this is actually the size 14, okay, it's a size medium. I have another wrap skirt. Let me show it to you guys. It's not from this haul. It's from an earlier, I think I did a Shop Goodwill thing an earlier time that I bought a pattern, and I loved this pattern, but I do have to grade up from it. It's a very simple, it's a wrap circle skirt. It's nothing fancy. It is something I could calculate, but I don't want to. I've only made one half circle skirt that ended up just, I just did something wrong and it didn't work out and I had to change it out into more of a gathered skirt and it ended up beautiful, but it wasn't what I wanted. Um, so I decided, let me just get one of these patterns, do it according to the pattern. I can usually follow a pattern just fine, more than I can pattern draft, and then work my way up to drafting myself and really figuring it out and figuring out what I did wrong. But this looks like that one is a size 10 to 12. And my hips, when I'm my smallest, are about a 14. And right now I'm probably closer to an 18 in these pattern sizes. So this is a size medium, which I think would be closer to a size 14 or so today. Um, so it's still a little smaller, but I can make this work, especially because I'll probably wear it a little higher on the waist and because it's a wrap skirt. So I'm really excited for that. Okay, and the year for this one is 1974. Mid and late 70s. I really, really love that stuff. Okay. Here's some skirts with yokes. Yeah, with different kinds of pleating and different kinds of gathering. Sorry about that blur. I think these are really fun, really cute. And again, I've got, this is not factory folded. It looks like somebody has used it, but, ooh, y'all, these patterns are dusty. So this pattern doesn't have the instructions with it, but anyone, well, not anyone, I think many experienced sewists will be able to work it out. It doesn't look like they're very difficult skirts besides a zipper insertion. So, and I prefer, right now where I'm at with my sewing and with my machines, I prefer inserting zippers and inserting invisible zippers to anything to do with buttons. I have not mastered or come close to mastering buttons yet. So maybe one day I will. Okay, we're back in the land of patterns without the envelopes. But here we go. I love this dress. I'm liking it. I probably have to cut it in for my shoulders, but let me show you what this looks like. Oh, and I love this dark fabric that they've chosen. That dark floral. I think it's gorgeous. I love it. And just so you can see what's on the back, I don't have this, but these are some cute little blouses with some cinching. Not necessarily something I would hold on to, but I think they are really cute. So for those of you who have been home sewing since the 70s, or home sewing in America at least since the 70s, is this something you would do? Would you receive the pattern catalog? Would you buy a pattern catalog for your home? Because it seems like this person had a pattern catalog, so they either went to a sewing shop and took it, or they just bought a pattern catalog and they ripped the pages out of it. Okay, another Carefree McCall's. Some of these dresses and tops are starting to look really, really similar, but kind of like today, things can look really, really similar. Oh, what an interesting illustration they tried for this black woman. It's kind of cute, but okay, hire a model. But anyhow, they've got this little wraparound pocket thing. It's kind of funny to me. I think it's something like sometimes accessories like this can look super avant-garde and beautiful and fashion, or they can look super like crafty and not in the best way. And I think it's kind of fun to try to make it work and see what you can do to move something closer towards fashion. And sometimes it's just the way that you wear it and the confidence that you have while you're wearing the thing. Okay. Some more blouses. Pussy bow blouse. Very cute. Again, this style of pants from this time period that I really like. And I like this top with that kind of collar. Ooh, this is pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna show you first. I don't think this has ever even been opened. This is just a really pretty simple dress. And I don't know if it's a knit or not. No, this is for wovens, but isn't that really pretty? I think they tried to make it look like a wedding dress, but then also something a little casual over here. There's only a couple more that have their envelope, and I'm going to save those for the end, and I'm going to go through the other ones right now. Okay, we've got a tunic with a hood, and you've got it as a dress version and a dress with a slit. I think it's beautiful. Love it. Again, another caftan. Ooh. Let me try to get this to... I think it's really pretty. It looks very 60s, but I think this is 70s for sure. I think all of this stuff is from that same season or right around there. Really, really pretty. Oh, yes. These skirts with those patch pockets like that, those angled pockets, really beautiful because you can do different fabrics. You can scrap bust with those. That is really, really nice. Yes, that's all one pattern. Wave some dust out of here. Now this is a nice, super simple pattern. This is something you really could finish in an afternoon. Not me. You really could finish. Me, I would take time because I like to look at the fabric, think about the fabric, cut the fabric, think about cutting a different fabric out, start again, and then start sewing, get distracted, come back to it. So this would be a weekend for me, unless I was determined and sewing kind of under the gun. I just wanted to show you guys that one. Okay. I love these long dresses with beautiful seam lines. Not quite princess cut, but you can do some wonderful things with color blocking with those lines. I love it. You get this long dress, which when you have a dress like that, it also means you have a top. It also means you have a skirt if you want to add a waistband to it, or not. I like to add waistbands to things. But you also have, I think it's kind of a cardigan because I don't see any closures on this. But you have kind of a pretty open top, open cardigan there. This is very 70s. One of these flutter tops. I do think I'm going to make this flutter top. I'm going to see. I've put on a little bit of weight. So usually my shoulders are super broad and very angular. And right now they're a little bit more delicate and soft because I have put on some weight. So something like this might look really cute on me with that kind of soft lines that I have now to my shape. And I have to show y'all the picture. Okay, come on. Is it summer or is it summer? Like, look at that. That's some summer stuff. Yep, I'm gonna make that top. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna find the pattern or find the fabric. It might take me a second. By the time you see this video, maybe next year I'll make that top. But that top's gonna happen. I'm not sending that pattern anywhere but to my pattern stash. Okay. Here's some more very cute 70s. I like that that button down top seems to have a tie back. Really, really cute. And this has some interesting seam lines. a nice, like, simple dress, but with that diagonal seam line. And let me see if they cut out. Of course they did. Halston. Okay, very interesting. So I don't know if this, I wish they had color blocked it so that you could really see. But they have items on the diagonal, but there are some different seam lines in there. And I don't know if it's actually Halston, like in conjunction with the designer, or if they were just invoking the name. I don't know designers like that to know exactly what design it is unless it's somebody that I'm really a big fan of. But okay, we are in the final stretch. It looks like I have about a dozen patterns here. Okay. Okay, there's 2 patterns in here. So first we have this one, which looks like you get the dress, the top, and you get to make this little belt pouch. That's kind of cute. I'm not mad at it. And then there's another one very similar where you get a long sleeve top and a short sleeve top and another kind of belt bag, which I do like. I think those are very cute. Here is top and skirt with that top stitching, and then that familiar pant silhouette. We have that same pant silhouette, and then we have beautiful shirts, especially that one in the middle, that whole ensemble in the middle. Gorgeous. Love it. Might have to make this. Okay. And now this is another top, skirt, and pants, but you also get that little hat. So that's kind of fun. I don't really wear hats like that. When you guys have seen, or you will see, when I come on here with my hair out or I have braids, my head is already big. And then with my hair, I don't know. I don't really wear hats. Maybe when I cut my hair, I might do that. This is very cute. This to me is a wedding guest or a bridesmaid's dress, but at the short length can be like a cute cocktail dress. And I would make it even shorter than this. I'd bring this above the knee to like mid-thigh. It'd be super cute, depending on how flowy it was. I wouldn't want it too short if it's flowy, because I like to dance when I go to weddings, and I don't like to show everything. Okay, this is giving me Cher in the middle. But yeah, that's that dress right there. And I'll show you the back. I don't have this pattern, but that's what's on the back there. Okay, this is really, really pretty with either some pleating or pin tucks that are really cute. I think you get everything except for the pants in this one. Another long dress and the top, and then the shorter dress. Again, everything but the pants in that one. Okay, and we've come to, I think, items with envelopes again. I'm gonna go with the more tattered one first. So this is a Simplicity, and this envelope is just open on the side. So that envelope is completely tattered, but this is a very cute, like, professional. This is, it's very cute for the time. And I don't know if the year has gotten ripped. This is 1973. Okay. Last 2, and I like both of these. I actually just picked up a modern pattern with the same seam lines because I wanted this bust line. So now I have 2 more, and it's size 14.5. These are Buttericks. I really like some 70s Buttericks. They're really, really cute. Size 14.5. I've never seen that. And this is another thin pattern envelope, so I hope I have the pieces and everything in here. but there's only 6 pattern pieces for this item. I just love it. And this color blocking, that's me. That's very, very me. I love the color blocking right there. I think there's a lot of options with this. $1. Let's see if I can find a year on the outside of the envelope. If you know this pattern and I'm not able to put the year up here or find it anywhere, please let me know, because I'm not seeing the year on the outside. There is a flume of dust when I open it up. Okay. Look at that. It is very simple. This is not a silhouette that's hard to find. I recognize that. This is a silhouette I'm sure you could find several different current patterns easily with this silhouette. But I love it. I love the envelope. I think it's really pretty. I obviously love this little black woman off on the side in the red dress. I think that's gorgeous. I love everything in here. And this is for moderate stretch knits. So that's interesting. It's another 14.5. And again, I don't see the year on here, but I'm sure it's mid-70s. I'll try to put it up if I can find it. And just from peeking, y'all, this is still factory folded and uncut. I am keeping this. This is not going into the Etsy shop. This is staying with me. And I'm probably gonna make that one that I like a lot. That sleeveless, the sleeveless dress right there, but with some color blocking. And I'm sure I'll need a bust adjustment. The bust on here is 37. I used to be around there, and now I don't even know where I'm at. We'll see. I'll put anytime that I'm sewing, you'll see like the current measurements that I'm at and the size that I sew. I'll try to put as much information. I find that stuff really, really useful when I'm sewing and trying to learn adjustments. So I'll try to include that as well. But I love this, and it's my favorite. Okay, that is a nice long video. I don't know how many there were in there. I don't think it was 75. I will have the counter probably up here. I'm gonna make my guess right now. I wasn't keeping track, but I'm gonna guess there were 47 patterns in there. So I bought that for $1. 47 patterns. If there's 47. If there's 47, let's call it 50. If there's 50 patterns in there, that was 2 cents per pattern. And even if I only keep my most favorite of the favorites, I think there are probably like 3 or 4 in there that I really, really just like a lot. That's 25 cents per pattern, which is really, really nice for me. That's a deal. And then the rest of these, especially without envelopes, if I don't want to keep them, I'll pop them up on my Etsy shop. And if there are some that I'm like kind of on the fence about, I will just compare them to what I already have in my pattern stash. And if I have something that's a little bit too close, I'm not a minimalist by any means, obviously, as you can see. I'm not a minimalist, but I do not want to get too many things in my sewing space, especially because I share my sewing studio with my workspace, with my dance space, and I don't want anything to be too cluttered in here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for visiting my channel. Have a little poke around, see if you like anything else. If you're interested in more of these kinds of hauls, let me know. Drop it in the comments. I don't do them very often because, like I said, I don't want to have too many items. But if you want to see it the next time I do, let me know. I also will do my smaller modern pattern hauls and give my thoughts on those. And of course, you'll see me go through my sewing journey as I try to make the leap from advanced beginner to just at least intermediate. I just want to leap over that gulf so that I can confidently call myself intermediate instead of advanced beginner, experienced beginner, adventurous beginner. because I've been sewing for some years, and I feel like it's easy to be stuck in this advanced beginner space. Um, but yeah, that's that. If you saw something that you like and you want to jump on my Etsy store, the information is down in the description, or I'll put some information over here as well. Um, yeah, I think that's it. If you have any questions or anything for me, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.